Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm coming at you with a quick video. Topic of today is going to be Have the Spirit of Job. But first, I want to give a call halal to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And we're going to hop right into it because in these last days, you got to have the Spirit of Job on you, right? Job was a strong man. Job was a man that was on a high pedestal, right? It said that it said that he was the greatest man. He was the greatest of all the men in the East. So Job was on a high pedestal, right? He was one that was perfect in the sight of the Lord, right? So you gotta, and he was going through trials, tribulations. He was going through it. So in these last days, especially in these last days, you gotta have the Spirit of Job on you, right? When you getting chastised, you don't know what you did wrong. You could have been going off, right? But you could have been keeping the commandments, and you everything you got, you didn't crash your car, right? You didn't lost your job, right? And all of a sudden you feeling mad because you got less than what you used to, and you cursing the Lord, right? So I'm gonna get right into it. It's not gonna. I'm not trying to make this kind of a short video, but we're gonna go through it with the Spirit, right? So this is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1. And there was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Yahweh and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she-asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And so it was, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Yahweh in their hearts. Thus did Job continually, right? So his sons and his daughters went off, right? It don't go specifically of how they went off, right? But they went off, right? He said they continually cursed the Lord in their hearts, right? I mean, they cursed the Lord in their hearts. Salakia. Right, so we're going to get right back into it, right? This is the verse 6, chapter 1, verse 6. And there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came along among them. So the angels came to present themselves before Yahweh Shai, right? And Satan came along with them, right? And the Lord said unto Satan, when comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. So if it was a war, if Christianity was right, and there was a war between Satan and good and evil, the Lord would have killed Satan. Satan, I got you now. And he would have went to war with Satan there and then, right? But we know that's all false doctrine. We know that's all on the left-hand side, right? And we know that the Lord, he makes evil spirits. He makes good spirits. He makes evil spirits, right? The Lord made spirits to put on sore strokes on the wicked, right? Paraphrasing that verse, right? Just going off to the Spirit, right? We know that Satan has no control over what he has to do. Satan is just like what you would call, like, if you was in the military and it was like, private first class and lieutenant, whatever, however it go, all the orders come down from the highest man, right? So Satan just gets his orders, and the other spirits just get their orders from the Most High. When you have a temptation, right, those are just evil spirits come on you because they got orders to come on you, right, at a certain time, right, from the Most High. Right, even the good spirits, when you receive a blessing, man, when you're doing good and you got them, you giving out the word and you doing mighty videos, those are good spirits on you, because the Lord told them to come on you, man, because for whatever the Lord has, right? They get their orders from the Most High, evil and good, right? Verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? And there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil. Right? So he said, have you considered my servant Job? Or are you thinking about tempting him? You know, like, you know, you think you could get him? You know, they having this little conversation. They not like, you know, oh, saying I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna kill you. No, he said, hast thou considered my servant Job? Right? So the Most High and Satan could be, the Lord, Yahweh Shai and Satan could be up there, you know, talk about, hast thou considered my servant, Tazaram? Hast thou considered my servant, Gabar, Azariah? You know, and the list goes on, so on and so on, right? He could be like, because this man has been mighty through the Spirit for a while now. You know, hast thou considered my servant, right? So it could be anybody. You know, that's why you gotta have the spirit of Job on you, right? Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, do Job fear Yahweh for naught? Right? He said, does he, what do you mean? Does he fear him for nothing? Right? Hast not thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. So, you know, he's saying he gave him, he has a lot. Job has a lot, right? But verse 11, but put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. So he's saying, you know, take away everything he has, and he will sit here, he will look up to the sky, and he will be like what's his name? You know, like he'll be like Cain that day, and he will look up to the sky and he'll say, F you, Lord, I'm done with this. You done took everything. How could you? I'm done. Right? That's what Satan said. You know, he will curse you in your face. Right? Verse 12, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Right? So he said, okay, I'm going to give you the power to take what he has. I'm going to give you, the Lord said, I'm going to give you, Satan, the power to take away everything he has. Just don't touch my servant Job. Right? So the Satan not going to go and kill Job. I do what I want. He don't have the power to do that. Right? So the Lord gave him the power to take what he has. Right? Which we're going to read that he did. Right? And you got to have the spirit of Job on you, because you got to stay strong through this thing, man. Right? Verse 13, and there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their elder's house, in their elder's brother's house. So lucky about that, man. Right? And there came a messenger to Job and said, the oxen were plowing. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabines fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came another also another, and said, the fire of Yahweh is fallen from heaven, and hath burnt up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out three bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yeah, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Right? So you might say, what did the servants do? What did the servants do to deserve to be slain just to tempt Job? And I'm gonna say, if you're thinking that, I'm gonna say, that's keep that out your head. That has nothing to do with you. The Lord do what he want to do. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. See, now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. And that's what he's doing. He gave Satan the power to wound, right? And to kill his servants, right? To take away his material, right? I wound and I heal. He's wounding Job. Right? Not physically, but he's wounding Job by taking away things that he has. If you have money out your pocket, ain't that hurting you? Ain't that taking food out your kid's mouth, clothes out your back, right? Money out your bills, now you in debt a little bit, right? That's wounding you, you know? Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand, right? So there's nothing that could deliver out of the Lord's hand. You know, if the Lord gave Satan, you know, if the Lord say if the Lord say I'm gonna die tomorrow at 6:01 or 6:02 in the morning, I'm gonna die at 6:02 in the morning. There's nothing I could do. That's nothing, you know, I'm gonna hit the bathroom, right? And now I'm late. Now it's 6:08 and I made it alive. The Lord said, almost had him. No, man, if the Lord want me dead, you're gonna die. And likewise with anybody else, right? So, you know, we just a grain of sand in this world, right? We're just characters in the Lord's story. So if the Lord want us dead, we're gonna die, you know. So the Lord chose to take away his servant's life. It is what it is, right? It's the Lord. It's, you know, when you're playing GTA and you bored and you decide to jump off a building, right? Or drown yourself, or see how far you could go without being eaten by the shark in the water, you know, what your character's not gonna turn around and say, hey, that's not fair. You know, you're not gonna try and go in the water. He's gonna turn back and get in his car and drive away. That's not gonna happen, right? That's how the Lord works with this world in real life, right? So back to the story of Job, right? Let me see. This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and went and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped. Right? So he didn't say, God damn it. Why this happened to me? He didn't freaking start beating on his wife, right? He didn't start beating on his kid. He didn't grab a bottle. He didn't say, damn it. He didn't call the plug like, yo, I'm stressing, give me a blunt. He didn't do that. He fell on the ground. He shaved his head and he worshiped the Lord. Right? That's why the Lord said this man is a perfect man. When you're going through it, say, you know, damn it, man. You know, let some tears drop out your eyes. That's what the Lord want to see. And fall down and worship the Lord, man. With all your heart, all your soul, all your, you know, the Lord said, man, you know, with all thy heart and all thy soul, man, you know, worship me. Right? Verse 21, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Salakia. But this is why Job is such a good example, man. I'm so grateful for this book to even be in the scriptures, because this is such a motivation, right? I'm gonna read that precept again. That was such a powerful precept. Right? Verse 21. He said, and said, naked came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. So he said, I came out of my mom with nothing, and I'm gonna die with nothing. He didn't say I'm gonna bury me with my Rolex. He didn't say bury me with the gold I got in my mouth and gold thick chains I got. Right? He didn't say bury me with everything I got. Right? He said, naked I came out of my mother's womb, naked I'm gonna die, man. Right? And he said, the Lord gave me all this stuff, all them oxen, my servants, my sons, my daughters. Right? And he said, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. He didn't say, cursed be the name of the Lord for giving me something and taking it back. Right? He said, oh, that time is expired. Give me it back. He didn't say, that's not fair to me. You gave it to me. Give it back to me. He said, blessed be the name of the Lord, man. So when you upset and you crying and you going through trials and afflictions, say, blessed be the name of the Lord, man. Right? Cry, rip your garment, fast, and say, Lord, thank you. Right? Give thanks unto the name of the Lord. Give thanks to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? Constantly be giving thanks to the name of the Lord. Verse 22. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged Yahweh foolishly. So he didn't say, you know what? I'm just going to sit back. I'm not giving a word today. I'm not doing it. I'm in a bad mood. The Lord gave me a flat tire. I'm not giving a word today. Right? He didn't do that. He didn't sin, right? And he didn't curse out Yahweh. Oh, it's your fault. I hate you. He don't do what Esau do, man. He's a man of the Lord, and he seemed perfect in the eyes of the Lord, man. Right? Yeah, all praises, man. This is chapter 2. Again, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So Satan didn't say, mind your business. That ain't none of your business. I do what I want to do. Right? Satan didn't say that, man. Right? Satan answered the Lord because he said, Whence comest thou? Right? He didn't say, hey, what you doing? You know, let me know what you're doing. You know, maybe you could tell me what you're doing. You know, if you go to your parents and your parents say, hey, what time you coming home tonight? You're going to say, whenever the hell I want. You're not going to say that, right? You know, so if man, I'll be damned if, you know, Satan has so much power, he say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What's my next mission? Or don't worry about it. I'm about to do this to Servant Job and you're going to be cool with it. That's not how things work, right? Satan is just a soldier on the left-hand side of the Lord, man. So that's just cutting up this Christian doctrine, and Satan does what he wanted. He rebelled against the Lord and all that yada, 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 man. Right? Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job? And there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. So he said, have you considered my servant Job again? Right? Consider my servant Job. Or do you want to test him again? Do you want to put him to the test again? You think you could get him? Right? He said, what he say? Right? And escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity. A lot of people don't have integrity, man. Right? You don't have... You know, you give up too easy. You give up too easy in this thing, right? You fall short too many times. And a lot, you know, I'm not just getting on brothers, man. A lot when I'm reading and I'm giving precepts and I'm breaking down videos, I kind of get on myself, right? I make videos and I say, you know what? That's a good video. I'm going to examine myself and I'm going to do better, right? Because I'm not going to be on this video and say, I'm the spirit. I have the spirit of Job. I've never sinned since I came into the truth. That's a lie, man. If other brothers is making videos and say, I came into the truth and I've never sinned again. I have never ate a piece of pork again. I have never smoked a blunt again. I have never looked lust after a woman ever since I came into the truth. You a liar, right? Slakia. So, and he still holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him. He said, even though you move me against him, he still hold fast his integrity to destroy him without cause, because he was a perfect man and he sinned not. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. That's a good one, right? And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. Right? So a lot of brothers don't know what that's talking about, right? Skin for skin, all that a man hath will he give for his life. So the Job is willing to give up all he has in this world. All that a man hath will he give for his life. He's willing to give everything up for in this world for his life, man. Meaning he's not going to curse the Lord and then die a death and then not get the kingdom, right? Job gave up everything. He said, the Lord gave it to me. I came into this world with nothing, so I'm going to die with nothing anyway. Take it. It's yours to take. It's yours to give, my Lord. That's what he said. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the time or the period I had those servants and them oxen and material. Thank you. Thank you for giving me my sons in the first place and my daughters in the first place. Thank you. You know, there's yours to give and yours to take, right? So that's what he's talking about. You know, take whatever you want, my Lord, because I'm willing to give everything up that I have in this world for my life, my spiritual life, for my wisdom, for, you know, for my chance to get the kingdom of heaven. So that's what that's talking about, right? Verse 5, but put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So he said, give him a sickness, you know, hurt him a little bit, you know, and he's going to feel the pain. He's going to say, you know what, Lord, I'm not dealing with you, right? That's what Satan is saying. Verse 6, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand now, but save his life. So he's saying, all right, I'm going to allow you to afflict him physically, right? You already did it emotionally. Afflict him now physically, right? And he's saying, but save his life. Don't kill him. You know, don't cause him to get bit by a snake and his body swelling up. he getting cold sweats and he hot now. He hallucinating and he's slowly being eaten by bugs. He in pain. Now he on fire now. You know, so it's now something that came out the sky and now he's set on fire while burning and feeling cold sweats. He said save his life, man. That was a little dramatic, but verse 7. So when Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So now he has these bubbles, right? These big bubbles that got pus in them, and he's hot, now he still got them cold sweats, and he's Job is feeling pain, man. Job is in pain from his feet to his head, right? And he took him a posture to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Ooh, so he's scraping them off. He's like he getting them off of him, because when they boil up, that's when they hurt the most, So he's scraping them off. Job is going through it. Some brothers peel a scab and I'm gonna just take it off in the shower. I'm gonna just let it fall off by itself. Some brothers are scared to put alcohol in their wounds, man. And Job was sitting here scraping boils off of himself, right? Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? He said, you still got these high hopes. You still right. You got that. What was it called? You still like high-headed, saying, I'm still with the Lord. The Lord is still with me. You still giving thanks to the Lord. That's what his wife is asking him. He said, curse Yahweh and die. Curse Yahweh and die. She's saying, you going through all this, just curse him and die. You going through a lot. Just cut it out, right? Just give it all up. That's what his wife telling him. Imagine your wife going against you, right? That's the hardest thing. A lot of brothers fall out because of their wife. You know what I mean? I go through a lot of trials and tribulations with my rib as well, but I'm just glad that I'm still in the position I'm in, and one way or another, still giving edification, right? So if any brothers going through this right now, what Job going through, what I go through at times, what other Akim is going through, keep your head up. We almost out of here. Most High willing, right? Verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive and shall we not receive evil? So he said, man, the Lord give us good. If the Lord was giving you good all the time, and you receive bad, and you're like, nah, F that. The Lord don't want nobody like that, right? So when you receive good, you receive evil and give thanks. You give thanks when you had a good day. You give thanks when you had a bad day. Give thanks when you just bored all day at home, right? Give thanks when you tired at overtime at your job. Give thanks when you tired in camp, right? You constantly give thanks, right? Give thanks for good and evil, right? Because the Lord gave both, right? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So he didn't say, damn, man, she right. Man, F this, man. I should give it up. Now, he not saying that. He giving thanks still to the Most High. Right. So I'm going to jump down to chapter 3. Let me just read Salakia. Bear with me. See if I want to get more on this. No. I'm going to read a little bit in chapter 3 because it's good a little bit in here too. Right, chapter 3. After this, opened Job his mouth and cursed. Right, so his friends came down, sat with him 7 days, 7 nights. Right, and they sat with him and seen his affliction. Right, I'm going to just read 13 just to clarify that up. This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 13. So they sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great. So he was going through it, man. Job was going through it like any other brother, man. Worse than any brother, man. Right? Verse 3, chapter 3. After this opened Job his mouth and cursed his day. And Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man child conceived. So he said, curse my birthday. You know, Job was going through it. You know, his birthday came along. He said, curse this day. You know, curse this day where they told my mom you got a son, right? Verse 4, let the day be darkness, let not Yahweh regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. Let darkness and the shadow of death stain it, let a cloud dwell upon it, let the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, let darkness seize upon it, let it not be joined unto the days of the year, let it not come unto the number of the month. So he said, forget about it. Who cares about it? Don't even tell me happy birthday. I don't care about it. Don't tell me. Who cares? Who cares? You know, some brothers fast on their birthday. You know, I fast on my birthday. Whatever. You know, some brothers fast. You're not supposed to celebrate birthdays. This is an example why, you know, we don't celebrate it. You know, so this is a cut as well. So, you know, brothers, get their highlighters down. Take note of that. Right? Verse 7. Lo, let the night be solitary. Let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse it that day. Salakia. Let them curse it that curse that the day. Salakia. Let them curse it that curse the day. Oh, Salakia. Who are ready to rise up in the morning. Raise up their morning. Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark. Let it look for light, but have none. Neither let it see the dawning of the day, because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Right? So he said, this day that I was born, you know, curse this day because I was born, right? Because I seen the light, right? Curse this day, right? Curse this day because I'm going through it. Curse this day because at the end of the day, I'm going to see death. You know, everything that I got is vanity anyway, right? Why did I not? Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? So he said, why am I even alive, man? You know, so Job is going through emotion. He's breaking down. He said, but he not cursing the Lord. He's just saying, you know, why am I even alive, man? Like, why couldn't I just die as a baby? You know, why I got to go through, you know, I'm going through all this trials and tribulations. You know, just sucks, man. Right? Why didn't I just die, man? Curse this damn day I was born, man. You know, I wish I wasn't born. Why did the knees prevent me? Or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have slain still and been quiet. I should have slept. Then had I been at rest. Right? So let me see. Right, so that's really all I wanted, right? But, you know, Job even cursed his birthday, right? That's why I wanted to read more in chapter 3, you know, because Job was going through, he didn't, you know what, well, I'm going to turn up anyway a little bit. You know, now I'm in a better mood because my birthday here. Job didn't do that. He said, curse the day I was born, man. Why couldn't I die coming out of my mother's womb? Why was my mother even able to conceive? Why couldn't I just die as a sperm in the belly, right? That's why it said, let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark. Let it look for light, but have none. Neither let it see the dawning of the day. Right? So that's a parable, right? Going into his semen, right? Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark. Right? Let it wander, because you know it's not just one little specimen in looking for the egg. It's millions of little specimens, you know, as semen just swimming through trying to find the egg, right? And only one gonna be born, the rest gonna die. So that's like the stars in the stars in the sky. That's what he's comparing it to. Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark. So he's saying, let it not find the light. Let it not find the egg, right? Let it look for light, right? Let it look for that egg, life. Let it look for life, but have none. Neither let it see the dawning of the day. Neither let that see that breakaway. It got into the egg. It see the dawning of the day. Why? Because it's going to have life, right? That's what he's saying. Because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb. Because she was able to conceive. Because, you know, some women have like stillbirths. Some women, you know, they're not fertile, right? But he said, because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. Right? Then it said, why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? So Job even himself was sad on his birthday, right? So with that, I'm going to give a call hello to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hey, brothers, have the spirit of Job on you, man. Check up on your Akim. Check up on your Aquat, man. Because they could be going through it and say, hey, brother, did you read the book of Job? You know, hey, brother, watch this video from Akatazwan on Watchmen of Lakewood, and then like and subscribe. Nah, I'm just kidding. But, you know, read the book of Job. Read the first 3 chapters of Job, you know, and get that spirit, man. Brother, fast and pray and don't give up, right? That we all want to see each other make it, man. I want to see every brother and friend just make it. You know, I want to see all Israel make it, but we know that's not going to happen. So I want to see every brother that's in this truth continue to go hard, continue to stay on fire, man. Shalom.